Hi, besties! Welcome to Can I Bring My Book, the podcast, where we, Kat and Amanda, talk about reading, what's happening in the bookish world, and everything in between. Amanda, first off, it's Amanda's birthday, so go ahead and say happy birthday. Thank you. And Amanda, what have you been reading, though?
Okay, so I have been reading the second Dungeon Crawler Carl still. And then I finished I'll Tell You in Person by Chloe Caldwell. This is a collection of personal essays. And this is kind of like your messy, late, mid to late 20s, figuring out life, girl. And I gave it 4 stars. I might have given it less, but like part of me was like, how do you, it's personal essay, like the writing was good, but like the content was just, like some of it was like cringe because
But like it was supposed to be cringe.
yeah, yeah. And so
Yeah.
like, yeah, but
So are you wanting to take away stars because it was cringe?
no, it was just, some of it was like a little uncomfortable at times, but not like anything like too crazy. But it was just, I don't know. I don't know. I did kind of want to rate it lower.
Oh.
Yeah. But, that's just like the content didn't sit well with me, I think, because of like where I'm at in my life. But I feel like that's not a good way of judging this book. So I had to like, I felt like I had to take a step back to like objectively rate it, which is why I did. And then I gave it 4 stars.
That's an oxymoron.
Thank you.
Okay. Like objectively rating.
Thank you.
Because in its nature rating is subjective
Yeah.
because it is your opinion.
Yeah.
So like you can rate something a 3 and then in your review say I rated it a 3 because this is my
Yeah.
reason.
I don't know. Like,
Because I feel like there might be other people in your same life journey or like in the same place in their life as you
hmm
are
hmm
who would feel the same way about the book.
hmm
And if in your review you state, like, hey, I, because of where I am in my life, this part of the book did not resonate with me. And this is why I gave it that rating. I feel like you're still, a 3 is still a good rating.
Yeah.
And, and if like that is how you felt, then I feel like that's what you should go with.
I don't know. Like, like the kind of people that, say that they don't like poetry or like sad poetry because,
Mm-hmm.
or like they say, like they don't like poetry because they feel like it's all, sad and just emotional. And like
Yeah.
they discount like the entire genre because of that.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like that's what I was doing.
Okay.
And
But I
and
guess
I
in my brain, if somebody rated a book, an anthology of poetry, a 1 star,
mhm.
and then in their review they said this was typical poetry and I hated it, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, your 1 star is irrelevant to me. Let me move on with my life.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm looking at ratings, I'm looking not only at the star rating, but also the words that the person that adds to their review, so that I get a better understanding of why they rated what they rated.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like I just felt like just because like the content itself wasn't like, relevant to me and
mhm.
like I wasn't like relating to it, it doesn't like that just kind of felt like a disservice to like the genre.
Now, is it because it was personal essays? Is that why you're even more hesitant to give it a lower star rating than if it were
Yes.
like fiction?
Yes.
Okay. Like I can see why you would
hmm
be hesitant because of that.
hmm
Like cuz it feels more like you are not attacking but like analyzing them personally
Yeah.
because it is a more personal
hmm
thing
hmm
essentially. But again, I feel like at the same point though, like if I'm a person who's wanting to read this, I would want to know, oh, this might not be for me because it might not resonate with me and I don't want to waste my time
hmm
if that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
rather than if, okay, I'm looking for personal essays and that's fine. That's what I want to read.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking for personal essays that I personally will connect with,
yeah,
I don't want to waste my time on something that's not going to connect.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What else are you reading? Is that it? That was only
I did just start, I was getting confused. Braiding Sweetgrass. I always get that one confused with Gathering Moss because I've not read either one, and I feel like I'm gonna read them back to back. But I started Braiding Sweetgrass, and this is one that I plan on like taking my time with. Like I plan on, like devoting days to like a chapter and like reading like a chapter like over and over. And so like I'm on the second chapter and I've got like highlights and flags all over. So
I know nothing about braiding sweetgrass.
yeah, there's a the quote on the cover. It is, I think, Elizabeth Gilbert, if I'm remembering that correctly, and it's something like it's a hymn to like the natural world or something, and which it is.
So it's nonfiction, I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah.
And it has an author, I'm hoping.
Yeah, sorry. Robin Wall Kimmerer.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like, you're giving us nothing.
Anonymous.
Anyway, I'm so glad that you gave me a little bit more to go off of there. So it is some sort of nonfiction having to do with nature.
Yes, and let me get you the subtitle for it.
I feel like someone's going to want to know that.
Yeah, Braiding
It might not be me,
Sweetgrass.
but somebody.
Braiding the Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer.
And then the other book you mentioned, something about moss, are those by the same author or are they just the same genre?
Gathering Moss, I'm pretty sure is also Robin, but now you've got me. Yes, Gathering Moss is Robin Wall Kimmerer as well. Yes.
Okay. And they're similarly topicked.
Yes. And I have started. So Gathering Moss is a natural and cultural history of mosses.
Okay.
And these have both been on my TBR for years, and I've heard from like numerous people, like both like in person and on social, that like these are like top of like their, like favorite books lists.
Are those people horticulturists?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I bet one of them is.
Well, but they're kind of in like the nature writing world, nature poetry writing kind of world, and I follow like a lot of those kind of people.
Nature poetry people?
Yes.
That's people that write about nature and poetry?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Not nature or poetry.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, so I've actually started both of these books as audiobooks.
Okay.
And could not get into either one.
Oh.
And then recently I saw a post where someone was like talking about Braiding Sweetgrass, and like her book, like she had like a picture of her book. It was like all marked up. And I'm like, and I think she like said that like she had like just like reread it or something and was talking about, like just all of like everything that she was taking from it with this like second read through. And I'm like, you know what? That's probably what it is. The audiobook isn't what I need to be doing. And so like the next day I like grabbed my copy and I started, and I was like within like the first page, I'm like, yes, this is how I need to be reading this. So
fair.
Yeah. Yep.
Who was the narrator for the audiobook, out of curiosity?
I want to say it's actually Robin.
That's what I figured you were going to say, because I feel like a lot of those like nonfiction books tend to be self-narrated.
And she's a professor. I want to say in
horticulture.
No, I'm sorry. Like I want to say like up in like the PNW area.
That's Pacific Northwest, in case you didn't know, people. You're welcome. I'm just trying to be helpful.
Yes, she did narrate.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. That was a tangent that I went on for quite a while. What have you been reading?
Hi. I read start to finish This Story Might Save Your Life by Tiffany Crum.
Yes. How was it?
It was amazing. Yeah. It was so good.
Nice.
If you don't know, this is I would call it a thriller first and foremost, but it is also kind of like a romance.
Ooh.
Like there is a romance element to it, not in your like smutty romance, but like in your it's a love story kind of thing. It's about two best friends who start a podcast, like a survival podcast. And yeah, well, ours isn't a survival. It's like a comedy survival.
I
We're
don't know
not
why I
comedy
did it.
we're just podcasts, but not that
And
kind
we're
of podcast.
besties. And we're besties.
Yeah, they start a podcast together after knowing each other for years, and then one of them goes missing, and it just gets really, really messy really fast. But it was so good. The author does a really good job of like the drop chapters where like you're in the middle of it and then something happens and then it's the next chapter, but the next chapter is in a different POV and you're like, wait, what just happened? I need to know. So it was a nice quick like just kept reading.
Yeah.
And then I also started the Someday Garden by Ashley Poston this weekend.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
That was one of my TBR ads a few weeks back, I think. Yep. And this is like in my brain, it's like Secret Garden-esque, where like the main character finds like a secret garden. She is a horticulturist, by the way. That's why I'm using the word so much today. And so she's like gardening in this fancy garden for this house that her and her bestie were in love with. Oh. And I think the friend is dead, though. I'm very early into this. I think I'm in chapter 3.
Okay.
So anyway, and then I obviously read Worse Than Strangers by Kyleigh Leddy. Yep. Leddy. There's 2 D's, not 2 E's. And that was our bestie book read for last week. This was our Gilmore Girls meets Jane Austen set in Nantucket. Yep. So I feel like we both picked this for different reasons, but kind of the same reasons. I'm a sucker for anything that tells me that it's Gilmore Girls-esque, even though I should by now in my life know that anything that is being advertised as Gilmore Girl-esque is not going to be Gilmore Girl-esque.
Really?
There were a few things that I could see, but I feel like too many books call themselves Gilmore Girl-esque when it's a mother-daughter story.
Yeah, but I felt like this one was closer than like some of the other some of the other ones are just like, okay, you just have a mother and daughter and that's it. But like this one, I felt like a lot of the dynamic was close. Not like right on, but close.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Actually, the part that I found to be the most Gilmore Girl-esque was not Rose and Lily, but rather Lily's father.
Oh, okay.
I found him to be very Christopher coded.
Okay.
Where like he wasn't really fucking anywhere her entire growing up hood. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden he wants to make amends and say rational things and be helpful.
Yep.
And so I felt like that was the most Gilmore Girls-y thing that there was. What elements did you feel like? What part of their dynamic did you feel was?
I just thought like a lot of, like how they just, communicated. I mean, like Lily is older. Like when I think of Rory, like I think of her as like high school. And Lily is older in this. I mean, she's, 25. And so I just thought, like the dynamic between Lily and Rose, it's a little bit, of like an older, advanced kind of dynamic. But I felt like it was. I mean, like, like the whole, like sprinting into like the water. And I mean, there wasn't a lot of coffee though.
There was not a lot of coffee, and I don't feel like there was a lot of banter. And when I'm thinking Lorelai and Rory, I am thinking a lot of like quick wit responses, a lot of humorous responses, a lot of like very like especially with Lorelai, just very self-assured, like very sure of herself and of her place. And I felt like Rose had some of that, but she was not a humorous human. She felt like a very serious person. It was almost like a role reversal where Lily was the one that was more like energetic and out there and doing things. And Rose was more of like the steady figure. I feel like you got a lot of like later Rory from Lily's character, like that not sure of her place in the world, and one minor thing sets back like her entire track. So I'm thinking like Rory at the when Mitchum Huntsberger fires her or tells her she's not going to go anywhere in the journalism world.
Yeah.
That felt very like Lily felt very much like that. But like you said, when I'm thinking Rory, I'm not thinking of that season or that instance because that's such a like I feel like that part of Rory was such a deviation from what she was.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't want to build a character based on that. And it felt like Lily was based on that version of Rory.
Yeah.
Rather than our confident, more confident version.
Well, okay, and you know, like as much as I like to like say and think that I am like a Gilmore Girls fan, I've only actually watched the series once.
Okay, so yeah, and I've rewatched like here's the thing.
You watch it like every year.
Yeah, it's like an almost an every year thing in our house. It's not one of my comfort shows because I don't actually have any of them, but it is one of my husband's comfort shows. And so and I exist in his world. So like if he's rewatching it, then yeah, I'll sit down on the couch and rewatch with him. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, yeah, it was missing something. And the thing that I found interesting that it was missing the most was the small town charm of it. Like there was a little bit.
I'm with you
but
on
you
that.
Didn't have the quirky side characters. You didn't have like there was some, right? Because the island of Nantucket is an island.
Yeah.
And there's only so much space.
Yeah.
But you didn't really get.
Yeah, like I mean like Josie could have been your Suki.
Yeah. But she wasn't.
I mean like in the beginning it felt like
they tried.
Yeah,
she tried,
but then she just then, kind of like
down.
Poof.
And I felt like
Jade could have been your Lane.
But again, there was so much to focus on with Rose and Lily.
Yeah.
That I think that it just none of those background characters really got developed. Like even Dad had like he could have been, but he just wasn't. And I felt that way about kind of all of the side characters. Yeah. Like they could have been, and then they all just ended up not mattering.
Okay.
So the second part of this story, so it was Gilmore Girls meets Jane Austen. Specifically Jane Austen's Persuasion.
Yes.
I've never read that.
Have you? Ooh. I might have read it, but I've definitely watched it. And I especially love the version with Dakota Johnson. Yeah, Dakota Johnson.
I haven't watched like any versions of Persuasion either. Yeah. But okay. I did read synopses so that I would be prepared. And so from what I've read, first and foremost, from what I read, the more recent version of Persuasion, which probably is the one you're talking about, apparently is not true to novel. Like I was reading a critique of it. Like they were like, oh yeah, this like completely changed the story of it.
Okay.
But from what I was reading of the synopsis, it's Rose's storyline.
Yes.
That is the Persuasion story. The whole, like she leaves the man that she loves because her mentor tells her whatever. And then she ends up regretting it, but there's nothing she can do about it.
Yep.
And so what else do you know about that? Like, do you have anything else? I don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the, the lost, the long lost love, coming back. And yeah, I mean, like that's, the way that I was comparing it was to like the Dakota Johnson movie. And in my mind, it was well aligned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not a good, like I have not watched, read, or any interactions with any version.
It's actually a really good, I enjoy that movie.
Yeah, they like, hi baby.
Oh, side note, did you hear that Gilmore Girls is coming off of Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
Do you want up? Okay, let's go. Okay.
Hello, Marilyn.
Sorry, we're having a cat break.
Yeah, that is an indecisive girl.
She wants to be on the desk.
Oh, okay.
Nope. No, she doesn't. It's fine. All right. So, last thing that I have. So, the quote, like the title, Worse Than Strangers, is based on a quote from Persuasion. And the full
Oh,
quote is, Now they were as strangers, nay, worse than strangers, for they could never become acquainted. It was perpetual estrangement. And
okay.
so I guess I'm supposed to make an association between Rose and Thomas, and how like they are estranged, right? Like they have their falling out. And apparently that makes them worse than strangers. What do you think that means?
Okay, because one of my things on my like topics to go over is like what why this title for the book.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. Now knowing that there is a reason for it, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that. And okay.
Like, who in the story do you think the quote applies to? I guess is like the baby step.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it applies to Rose and Thomas, and that him coming back into her life. It's like that initial coming back. Like when you're first like meeting someone, there's like that awkward, small talk,
Mm-hmm.
and like like just the meeting and getting to know each other, and it can be uncomfortable, and you're strangers. But now, like, it's even worse than when you're just strangers.
Because you've already gotten all of like that small talk out of the way.
Hmm.
And so like you're in this awkward, do I do the small talk again? But I
Hmm.
don't really need to ask all those questions because I already know the answer to
Yeah.
them. And the only real question I can ask is, hey, what have you been doing the last
Yeah. It's like
18
I
years or
know this
whatever?
person, but I don't know this person.
Yeah, and I think that it could be argued that this also applies to Henry and Lily, except for there is no reconnection, right? Like
Yeah.
Lily thinks that she still wants Henry and that she still knows him and that like there's all of this, but then she finds out that he's engaged. And so it just turns into like this giant mess. Also, by the way, dang Henry's fiance, Mary, what is wrong with you?
She's crazy.
Right?
She's crazy. Okay,
But
but
also Henry's a douchebag.
yes. Okay, but like
Gosh.
like you said, like this can be applied to Lily and Henry, but it sounds like this can be applied to Lily and Dad, and this can be
Lily and
applied to
Rose.
Lily and Aunt Elizabeth, and this
Yeah,
can be
I think
applied
it's
to Rose and her sister. This
mhm,
can be applied to,
Rose and her father.
yep.
Like there's so many.
Um,
There was a lot
Lily
of,
and Jade.
yes, Josie and Rose. There was a lot of
Oh my God,
miscommunication
that is the
in
first thing
this.
on my list.
And I was very frustrated
Uh-huh.
by the amount of people
Uh-huh.
who were not willing to just talk to
They
others.
were so quick to just like assume.
Yes.
Like
I
Lily
found,
seeing them in like that karaoke bar or whatever, and just automatically like, oh my God, it's a date.
yes,
Yeah,
the whole thing. I was just like, are you really, like, you wouldn't have asked?
yeah,
Like you said that you were close, like you know Josie, she's your
yeah,
mom's best friend.
yeah,
You grew up with this
yeah,
lady. You think that she would do that? You think she's dumb enough to not realize that something was going on? Like
yeah, yeah.
seriously?
Like even if she didn't know Thomas like from back then, which I for some reason I thought that she would have, but even if she
Right.
didn't, like she has to have known of him. Like that
They
that
would have
connection
talked about
has
it.
that connection has been made.
I would assume. I don't know. There was a lot of like
Yeah,
we're being told that the island is small and that
yeah,
everybody's in everybody's
yeah,
business,
yeah,
but like there was no evidence of that.
yeah,
There was only
yeah,
evidence of people not talking to each
yeah,
other, and it was annoying.
yeah. But you know what? The miscommunication
Mhm.
definitely like the constant miscommunication definitely kept me like on the line and like wanting to like okay, I gotta like what's gonna happen?
No, I just got irritated.
Okay.
And I found Lily's character to be very immature.
Yes.
I
But I mean, but
I
like,
need a break from immature female characters right now. Like
but
I
don't we
cannot.
get that a lot with Rory?
Yes, and I hate Rory as a character. Don't get me started on my
I know.
Gilmore Girls rant. It's long.
Okay.
No, her character's awful. She's a terrible human being who is constantly making terrible choices.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
The H name thing, I knew Theo was going to be an H.
Oh gosh, yeah, I knew as soon as she said your two loves will and I'm like, yeah, he goes by Theo, but his name must be some other stupid H name.
Yeah.
I nailed it.
The way that
Yeah,
it was like revealed, I
presented,
thought
yes.
could have been better.
I don't I guess at no point in time in this story did I think anything was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah.
There was no suspense to me. It was just a story.
Yeah. What was I going to say? But for this being like a debut, because this was a debut. Let me confirm that real quick, but I'm pretty sure this was a debut.
I can't remember.
I
have it like right here probably. Yes, it is a debut novel.
Yeah. And I thought she did a really good job with it.
I hated this. I told you, do you not remember my text? I was 100% serious.
Text.
Do I have to finish this text? Don't ask me any of the fine details of this story because I listened to it on 2.5 speed.
Catherine.
I did have to read the last 3 chapters with my eyeballs because I ran out of audiobook time. And I did not want to have to procure the audiobook another way because I only have 3 chapters left. I found the characters annoying. Like they were just really whiny. I found even Theo's character felt whiny and annoying to me, and like she was trying to make him whimsical, and he wasn't whimsical. He was just irritating.
He was a little immature as well for his age.
Right, like, and you're telling me that these people are 25 and they're acting like they're 18. Like, you get fired from your job and he gives a negative reference and you don't try and question that on your own at all. You just let it happen and wait for your dad to come and fix it for you. And then your dad's solution to fixing it is like cussing him out.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Kyleigh, I enjoyed it enough for both Kat and I gave it 5 stars.
Enjoy my 2.5, Kyleigh.
Well, I gave it 5.
Take it and like it, Kyleigh. I'm sorry. It was not for me. I did write a review for this. I think that in my review, I explained all of my beautiful reasons for not enjoying this. And I think I've already touched on them all, but give me one moment to make sure. See full review. I already talked about that. I did appreciate the Nantucket setting, by the way. That was too. But I felt like it was lacking its small town whimsy, other than the fortune teller. But even the fortune teller wasn't like developed enough. She was just kind of like this person that Lily may or may not have interacted with.
But she was a ghost.
Or she wasn't, who knows? Because it was underdeveloped.
Yes.
And yeah, it was a good light summer read, but not quite what I was expecting out of it. And so for that, you get 2.5 stars. Maybe if you hadn't put Gilmore Girls in your thing, I would be okay right now. Maybe. I tend to get, if you're pitching it, I want it. Okay. And maybe that's not your fault, Kyleigh. Maybe that's like, somebody on your marketing team's fault, and you should talk to them about my anger and wrath. That's assuming you're going to listen to this. You're not. It's okay. Sorry, Kyleigh Leddy. I would possibly try another book by you. Like, you're not like an instant never reading you again author. It just was not for me.
I would definitely read Kyleigh again.
I love that for you. All right, speaking of things that we're going to read.
Yay!
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So am I.
Yay!
Since it's your birthday, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
Oh, and I just saw this one's name. Okay, so the first book on my list is Wasp's Nest by Kat Stoddard. This is a contemporary romance that reimagines the Philadelphia story. Set during a chaotic Cape Cod wedding, it follows a bride, her ex-husband, her fiancé, and an unexpected newcomer as old feelings resurface and a messy, funny love triangle unfolds. And this is romance fiction, and it is LGBTQ.
Ooh, interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
What's on your list first?
My first pick is Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep by Paul Tremblay. And To sum up the story in Julia, the main character's own words, you want me to remote control this dead dude across the country? In a word, yes, but he's not dead. So basically the premise for this is Julia, our main character, is a former semi-professional gamer who gets a job through her mom to transport this man who's in a vegetative state across the country, but like using a remote control to like control his limbs and stuff. But apparently he is not actually in a vegetative state. He's there in his brain and he can see everything that's happening, but he can't communicate it. And he also doesn't know who he is. And so he's lost and confused and walking and he doesn't know why. And it sounded really interesting to me.
Okay. Next on my list is The Top of the World by Ethan. I'm going to say Joella.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. This is an emotional historical novel set in the 70s. After her brother's death, a young woman travels to a mountain resort searching for answers about his final months, uncovering family secrets and finding healing along the way. And this is historical fiction and it touches on grief.
Okay.
What's next for you?
My second pick is Mossed in Space by Rebecca Thorne. Torian Rasner. This is a science fiction fantasy. Rebecca Thorne does a lot of like cozy fantasy stuff. And it also tends to be like LGBTQ. So anyway, Torian Rasner finally bought a starship. And contrary to Amelia's assessment, it was not a meteoric sign of stupidity. Sure, the alien starship may have been abandoned for a century, and it may be covered in moss now, but it's Torian's ticket to freedom, regardless of what her ex-captain said. So Torian buys this spaceship, and it's covered in moss, but the moss is not just moss, it's actually an organic computer with an attitude and abandonment issues, because it's been abandoned. So I really like Rebecca Thorne. And so I'm excited to read this.
Nice. And last on my list is Songbird and the Gallows by Ulta Hensley. This is a dark Bluebeard-inspired romance about a young woman seeking revenge for her father's murder. She teams up with her dad's best friend, a reformed serial killer, who trains her to hunt down the people responsible, blurring the line between justice and obsession. And it says it's perfect for fans of Bryn Weaver, so I'm in.
Okay. Now, does it just say that because he's a serial killer?
I don't know, but I'm in.
I'm starting to like, these little perfect for fans of blank starting to get to me. I'm on to you marketing people and I don't like it. What do you want from me?
I don't know, but the cover is also blue and black.
She's back.
Wow.
Or she's getting in her bed. She's fine.
Okay.
She's in bed now. It's fine, guys.
Okay.
Is blue and black like caught up? No, that's not the one. The blue one is the other one.
Lights Out.
Yeah, that one.
And also, isn't
Butchered and Blackbeard is
it leather and
bird? Yeah, I say Butchered and Blackbird is purple, like magenta.
And leather and
Lark might be I think it's green, and I think Sparrow and Scythe is red.
Okay, you're right. Yes. Never mind.
I don't think any of those ones are blue and black.
Okay.
I don't think, but I don't know.
Well, it does have some like tealish kind of to it. I don't know. Never mind.
That's not a good selling point.
I don't know. What's your last one?
My last one is Rules for Aging and Larceny by Julia London.
That one was this.
And of the three, this is the one that I thought would be on your list. Like if any of them were going to be, it was this close. This one is Ocean's 11 meets the Golden Girls because it's an all-female group of chaotic elderly thieves come out of retirement for one last heist against a young crypto-loving dude bro type. They're trying to repair their fractured friendship along the way. And I love me a good story about octogenarians. What can I say? Yeah, that's it. That's my thing right now. My honorable mention, and this was not because I want to read it, but because I thought you would want to read it, is 13 Little Love Stories and it lists Elise Bryant, but it's actually a whole bunch of authors, because these are little short stories that are all based on Taylor Swift songs. And I thought that you would enjoy that. So that is my honorable mention. Because I thought maybe, when I was making my list, I'm like, I don't know that we're going to have anything in common this week. As I was going through the list, there was a lot of re-release, like special edition ones.
Yes.
And I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
There were so many like special editions or sprayed edges or deluxe
Mm-hmm.
edition or
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, I hate that. So
Oh, you know what was so funny? It's kind of funny that you brought that up. So last night we were at Target and
Target.
what?
Nothing.
Okay. And I was walking through the books and there was a like new Nevessa Allen book and I'm like, holy shit, how did I miss this? And I'm like, oh my God,
She
is there like a new book that coming out on Tuesday and they like put it out early and I like hurry up and I grab the book and I'm like flipping through it and then I like pull up, the internet and I'm like searching for the book and I'm like, wait, this came out years ago.
Yep.
It's
She has like another
The
series.
Kings of Kearney. It's
Yes.
just the new cover.
Yep. She
Yeah.
has like a whole other, but I think that those might have been caught up in the Amazon web and she's just recently gotten non-Amazon access to them or something. I think there was something with them.
I think I don't know, but
It was like earlier this year that she did a big thing about them on her social.
yeah.
I don't remember the details though.
Yeah, but I thought that I had missed something and so that was kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, so what you
What
got some
news do I
news?
have?
Yeah.
I do have news. So I have a few things. First and foremost, I've got a list of story to screen adaptations that are coming up
Ooh.
or just recently announced. Actually, quite a few. Oh no, I had quite a few, but apparently I just clicked off of it because that's
No,
what I do. Give me one
no.
second and I'll be ready again. So like some of them are things that have just been announced, like, oh hey, we're doing this thing now. And then some of them are like I've got dates for. So, and we talked about this one last week already. Dungeon Crawler Carl
Yep.
is being adapted into a show with Peacock. No release date for that yet.
Yep.
Then this other one is Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro is getting adapted.
I think I've read that.
The trailer for it apparently dropped already. So this is like about a solar powered artificial friend
I have not read that. I've
designed to
just made
provide
that up.
companionship.
Okay.
So that one's that one. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
read it either. The next one is Ava Reed's Lady Macbeth is getting a movie adaptation.
Okay.
It's a gothic fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
This next one you might be familiar with if you're a millennial or maybe some of the other Gen Zers or whatever.
Okay.
Warrior Cats. Do you remember Warrior Cats?
No.
Okay. Well, Warrior Cats is being adapted into a TV show for Disney Plus, but it's not slated to release until 2028. Twilight is getting an animated comeback on Netflix,
Okay.
and it looks like it's going to be based on Midnight Sun, which I believe is Twilight told from Edward's perspective, I think.
Okay.
It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. It announced some casting decisions, mainly Nina Dobrev.
Yep.
I Will End You by Harlan Coben
Okay.
is getting a debut series here in 2026 on Netflix. The God of the Woods started filming. The Everlasting, which I'm really excited about, by Alex E. Harrow, is getting turned into a TV series for Netflix, I believe it is. Yeah. I Am AI by AI Zhang is, or Ai Zhang, is being adapted into a movie. Apparently, this is a Hugo Award nominated novelette.
What?
I'd never heard of it. Little Santa is getting turned into an animated musical. Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It is getting turned into a movie.
Isn't that like crazy? Like how quick that one came about,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And this little post talks about that.
Okay.
There's going to be a sequel to The Grinch, and apparently Jim Carrey is coming back for it. Yeah, that was.
Do you think Taylor will?
No. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Apparently, people are causing chaos on the
Yes,
set.
I saw that.
Which I was like, oh, okay, do what you want. Apparently, the people that went to go watch the Odyssey movie are like, yo, we should go back and read that book. I don't know who those
I
people
saw
are.
that and I was looking today and I was thinking about possibly reading it.
Okay, you have fun with that.
Thank you.
I read it in high school. I don't need to read it again.
I remember starting it. I don't think I've finished a lot of the books that I was supposed to read in high school.
Yeah, it was part of freshman English for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then yeah, we got some different stuff drop in. Apparently, we're getting another version of Carrie.
Yes.
By Stephen King. Verity's coming out in October, which people are excited about. Sunrise on the Reaping is getting a movie treatment on November 20th, which I think I could be excited about.
Mm-hmm.
The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood is getting a movie in September. In September, that's how you say those things.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, there's a Pride and Prejudice apparently is getting a new thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my first thing.
Okay.
My next thing has to do with a very specific reel. And so I'm going to need you to include this information in the description so that people can go look at it
Okay.
and then explain to me whether I hate this unjustly.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I have not sent it to you yet.
Oh boy.
But I am going to send it to you right now.
Okay.
There's a lady on Instagram, which I know you don't know about because you don't do that right now.
If you send it to me in like the chat, I might be able to play it right now.
Oh, that involves me having, okay, then I gotta go Instagram on my computer. So like there's a lady on I'm not even logged on. There's a lady on Instagram who has a bookcase where the books are on the ceiling. So like it looks like the bookcase is in her closet almost, and there's books all up the wall and then on top and then all down another wall.
Okay.
And people are like, how are you getting those books up on the ceiling? If you can't prove it, then I'm going to think that it's AI. So in the specific version of this little clip that I'm about to send you, it's the one where she shows how the books are on the ceiling.
Okay.
But there's other clippies of this. So like if that one does not bring you enough information, I'm willing to send you more.
Okay.
I'm finding it right now.
Do I need to play the sound as well?
No, we don't need to hear what she is saying at all.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even think there is any sound. If there is any sound, it's just music.
Okay.
I have to remember how to do things right now. I think that might be it. And I have thoughts and feelings, but I need your thoughts and feelings.
Okay. I got to figure out how to start it over again. So give me a sec.
Like from the beginning. Oh, because you're gonna, okay.
Yeah, because it just started like, oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. So like you see she's pulling it from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And there's like these little clear strips.
Yeah.
That she's using to like, and I absolutely hate this.
Yeah.
Do you need me to send you another video of it? I
No,
think like she has one where she shows it a little better.
Because I could just go into her profile, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, because like this comment says like I can't do that in North California with the amount of hurricanes we get. That shit would bury you alive.
I mean, and like earthquakes and like it seems
hurricanes
like
and
terrible. Not like even, but like I think she's
yeah.
So
you can see it, like you can just see it above her there.
She is calling herself the OG upside down bookshelf girly.
The upside down bookshelf girly. Okay, is there like one that okay, you can see like right here, this one. Like, is this like where she just like reads? Like right.
1 second. Sorry. Where? Yeah, I think it's like a little reading nook. Like to me, it looks like a closet.
I would be like, I feel like I would like it. It feels kind of claustrophobic.
So I could appreciate the closet reading thing. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like I mean, in theory, I get it.
Like, and I don't know how tall she is. Maybe you know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing that this would be like the top shelf of my cabinets in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Can't reach anything that's in those shelves. If I need to get into anything in that shelf, I have to call Juan over to get it for me.
Yeah, and if like see like I mean I see a chair here, but like
right.
here and here and here, like I don't think she actually reads there.
No. So like was this just because she ran out of room and then she just decided she needed to put them up on the ceiling? I don't like it. Yeah. It just does not feel practical to me.
Yeah.
Like everything about it feels uncomfortable. Now I love it or did she just do it for views?
I don't know. You said that there was another one that you wanted me to click on. Did you see it?
No.
Okay.
I didn't bother looking for it.
Okay.
Because I don't see it here at all though. She doesn't have a whole lot. Oh, wait.
Or is it this Becky, I have no more room for books?
It might be that one. Click it. I think it is. There you go. Yes. And like I love that it works for her.
Yes.
No hate to Becky. Personally, though, I do not love.
Yes.
It confuses me. So you will not be trying to get books up on your ceiling anytime soon?
No, but also okay, so she has to have like fairly low
Low
ceilings,
ceilings.
and then like that's
That's what makes me think it's in a closet.
yeah. But like I mean even my closets say that I mean I want to say they're maybe like 9 foot ceilings.
I say we have high ceilings. There's no way I could do it.
I think ours are 9 foot, which feels I think pretty average.
Well, she might live like in an apartment.
Yeah. I
I don't
don't know.
know,
I don't yeah, that's okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad that I could show you this
Yeah.
and introduce you to this because you had not seen it, correct?
Correct. Well, I mean, I'm still detoxing.
I know, but
Yeah.
sometimes you'll know something and I'll be like, oh, okay, well, remember.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and then last thing, because I have things today. So
Yay.
there was a post on Instagram about like people, I guess someone on Thread complained and it says, "Dear authors, please use easy words in your book/fics. Thanks. Thank you. Yours truly, reader." And they were complaining about the word scrying
Okay.
and how and the takeaway that this other creator who is talking about this is that people are complaining about having to or not knowing the meaning to words
Hmm.
as they're reading and wanting words in their books to be more simple.
Okay.
And this terrifies me
Yeah.
because what do you mean you can't be bothered to look up the meaning of a word that you don't know?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like I come across words that I don't know all the time and I use context clues to figure it the fuck out because I have that life skill,
Yeah.
or I look it up.
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
have a tiny computer for a reason.
usually in the moment, I'm, especially if it's like a physical book, I'm using context clues
Right.
and then I'm like highlighting it or making a note to look it up later because
Right?
that's an added benefit of the experience and like the joy of reading is, you know,
That's
getting to
part of
learn.
literacy,
Yes.
right? Like it so anyway, I found this a little bit scary that like we are worried about words. And anyway, somebody was like, yeah, this, why would you do that? And then somebody was like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with readers asking for easier words. If this upsets you so much, check your ableism.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't think this is an example of ableism, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. I'm
I
gonna go out on a limb and say that the original poster was making a joke
I don't know that.
because I could see me making a very similar joke.
I guess that's the problem with the internet,
Yeah.
right?
But
Like
like
because it's not
you
tight.
could
It's
see me
not,
making a similar joke.
but I know you.
Yeah.
The problem with print media, right?
Mhm.
And this is coming from somebody who existed in the early days of the internet. Written posts do not carry tone.
Yes.
And so, no, this does not carry a joking tone to me. Dear authors, comma, please use easy words in your book/fics. Thank you, yours truly, reader. It does not carry a, hey, I'm sending this request as a joke. Now, I shame on me for not being a critical consumer. I did not go back and like look for this original post. I'm doing it now.
Hmm.
Um because I have threads, but I'm not actively in there. Apparently maybe I should be though, because a lot of my bookish news has been coming from there lately. I'm wondering if they had like a follow-up that I've missed because okay, let's see. I can't find it. Okay. So looking at some of their other posts, they are intending like some of these other ones I can tell. Okay, so apparently they did explain that it was a joke. Or they're claiming that it was a joke. I'm a little torn on this because I'm looking at their posts, right? And some of the other ones, I'm like, oh yeah, that one is obviously a joke. Like you've changed some of your font, you're using emojis, like you were doing things that show that it is a joke. But that one didn't have those things. But I
Like the
guess if
laughing
you're,
emoji, does that makes it jokey?
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an easy way to make it jokey, right? Yeah, but like reading it completely out of context, which is what most people are doing, it reads as you want to be part of the literacy problem.
Yeah. But I mean at the end of the day, like you can't control how people are going to read it. You can't
No,
control the tone in which people are going to take what you do and say on the internet,
correct.
and people really should not be reading into things with, like inferring tone and anything. But that's unfortunately the world that we live in.
But so if I read it and I don't infer tone, then I'm taking it as a serious post.
But you did.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you said like you shouldn't read things and infer tone. And so therefore, yeah, I'm reading it at its face value. And so this was a serious request
Hmm.
asking for easy words only in books,
Hmm.
which is concerning. And now this person who wrote this is upset because people are like, hey, you're part of the literacy problem. Like you're promoting people continuing this problem with literacy in the United States and the world. And why are you not hungry for knowledge? Why are you acting as if this is like an inconvenience? And now the original poster is getting upset. Why are people harassing me over this? I feel like people are questioning you on it, and I feel like they're questioning you rightfully so. I'm a big I it's interesting because a lot of people when they post things on the internet and then they get a reaction that is not the reaction that they wanted, or maybe it is the reaction that they wanted, right? I feel like a lot of people on the internet nowadays post things because they want them to do well, right? They want traction.
Hmm.
But if the traction that they get is negative, then they get upset or offended and like, well, that's not what I meant. And it's like, but it's what you put out there. And if you want me to know what you meant, then unfortunately, especially if it's written, or if you're not good at inflection, then you need to tell me that it was a joke from the beginning. Because yeah,
But I do feel like when people take things negatively, they can take things to the extreme very, very quickly.
yeah, no, I get that, but so like the comment that she's saying, like, why am I still being harassed?
Because I would not be surprised if she is receiving like death threats in her direct messages.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like the one that she's responding to is not that. It's actually a really well written response.
Okay.
Like there is nothing harassing about it.
Okay.
So like sure, probably is receiving things that are less well written.
Which is not okay.
Right. If she is receiving that. But none of the things that I'm seeing that are attached to this thread are inappropriate in nature. They're just people asking like why would you say that? Like why is that a joke to you? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This person said social media isn't a void. It's a public space where the things you post are engaged by with other human beings. Treating social media interaction spaces as some random empty void is genuinely part of what ruined being on the internet. And I do think that there is kind of that problem where some people think, well, I don't have a following, right? Like it's just me out here. And if I post something, no one's actually seeing it, except for there are people that spend good chunks of their day just scouring the internet for things to bitch about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the internet is not a void. It is a public space and you should treat it as such. And anyway, that's my bookish news for the week. Did you have any?
Nope. Well, the Gilmore Girls thing, but I already shared that. And that wasn't really bookish news, but because it kind of related to our book this week, it was.
It was. I feel like, yeah, it related. In case anybody decides they need to go back and rewatch the Gilmore Girls after listening to us talk about this Gilmore Girl, not Gilmore Girl book, then yeah.
And it's leaving Netflix and going to Prime.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you could just watch your box set of it.
Is that what you have? Okay. And on that note, we're going to end this episode. Thank you for joining this week's Can I Bring My Book? We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.